Hi, Ananta. How are you?
Hi Anna, I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm wonderful. Thank you. So, for those of you who don't know Ananta, she's a very, very dear friend of mine. She has a service where she helps light workers feel empowered and find their purpose and their passion and be able to make a difference in this world. And so, for her, she really has soul family members that she serves in this world. And that's what she gets to do. Now, she has a long background of how she got there. She was actually born clairvoyant with access to Akashic records. She studied with masters, immortal masters who are, in bodies for sometimes hundreds or thousands of years. And she trained with a cosmic guru and the Galactic Council for 3 years. Now she is a rebirthing breath worker, a Reiki master, a rose heart activator, an angel therapist, and a cosmic alchemist. So, welcome, Ananta. And also,
Thank you.
yes, thank you so much. And before we begin as well, I just wanted to say to everyone too, if you don't know me, my name is Anna Grabow. I am a spiritual enrollment coach. I recently was an executive enrollment coach at a big 8-figure coaching company where I learned really how to help people enroll and sell from a place of love, right? And really connecting with others. So not making money, but really just connecting with others, having purpose, and inspiring people to take action. So that's my mission. That's where I come from. And I'm so excited to get to have this conversation with Ananta. So, welcome.
Thank you so much, Anna. I absolutely love you. And yes, as some of you may know, we're dear friends, and I'm so grateful to be a part of this wonderful summit and to be sharing this experience with all of you. And just, it's beautiful how you shared those words about being able to have purpose. And I thought that while there are amazing books out there written by Stephen Covey, Tim Ferriss, and so many other great business inspiring books written by great business people, um, I thought maybe I could help bring in a slightly different perspective on abundance and what that means. And especially since our dear listeners, are soul based entrepreneurs, I thought why not take you through a journey which has been my personal journey, and perhaps it might bring in a different perspective for you. So I put together just a few photographs and I thought I could take you through it if that's okay with you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Before we do that, I'd love for you just to tell us a little bit more about who you are and your background from your perspective. They heard me say it, but they didn't get it from you. So if you could just give everyone, a good summary of you.
And I think you've said it all really, and thank you so much. I'm here in service of the one, and the one inside you, inside me, and all of us in it. We are in it together, and every day is an opportunity to be of service. And we have a growing global spiritual community, which I'm extremely grateful for. We all come from a space of heart and soul, and I think it's absolutely a blessing to be walking together because there's Swami Kriyanandaji, who is a disciple, a direct disciple of Paramahansa Yogananda, who's written the autobiography of a yogi, for those of you who have read it. And he shares it most beautifully when he says, many hands make a miracle. And I truly believe that to be true in my own life. And when there's another quote that says, when you want to travel far, you go together. And that's how we do it. And we have a beautiful team, and I'm so grateful for every single one, including you today. So thank you, Anna.
Oh
Thank you
my
so
gosh,
much.
of course. And I can't wait to see what you've put together to give to everyone as a gift. But I also really want to hear a little bit more about how you got to this place where you can share gifts, because I know that a lot of people watching, they have gifts or passions and they want to be that in the world, right? But it's hard to sometimes get past that human part of your brain where you just don't think you're good enough, or who am I to do this, right? So how did you get to this point where you really can just be of service without, questioning yourself?
It's my guru's grace, and my guru has anything and everything that I am and I offer as a service is my Guru's grace. It is not even a nanobit mine. And so, if you ask me how did I make that transition? I have been serving my Guru lifetimes over lifetimes. It was with his grace that I could see all my past lives, and I could see how I have come with only one purpose, and that is to serve across lifetimes. And so when I resumed it from a very conscious space and a formal space in this lifetime, it did take a while to shift from that conditioning, like you said. Are we good enough? Are we worthy of that service? Even would God really choose me to do something like this?
Right. Yeah.
And it is grace that takes care of it. And I also share that it's time that tells, because I think in the process there are so many red flags that people experience, such as projection. Also manifestation has become such a huge industry now. We want to manifest things,
Yeah.
and we have visions of things. And while yes, those are gifts and intuition is helpful, there are a lot of pitfalls, because many a times if we haven't cleansed our human mind and heart, then it can very, very sneakily manifest in our spiritual journey as well, and in service as well. And when that happens, we either end up collaborating with the wrong people, or having the wrong kind of people come into us as part of, on the other side of that service,
Right.
receiving from us and not being happy with it, or something like that.
Absolutely.
So it's important to recognize that there is immense amount of infinite energy that is awaiting our request, that
Okay.
is here to really support us
Yeah.
in service of that energy itself, and in order to help us keep ourselves out of the way. It's a great idea to pray and purify. And by purify, I mean just keep a check, because it takes time and practice, and time tells. So if you had a vision of starting a new business or starting a new branch for your business, yes, just wait, give it some time and see if things are really falling into place. Because sometimes when we start seeing signs,
Hmm.
it's almost as if we're looking for things that would only affirm what we really want, rather than being open to what can happen and is a possibility. And
Wow.
I think having my guru with me every step of the way has been so crucial to avoid those pitfalls, to avoid those wrong turns, or,
Right. So,
and yeah,
yeah, may I jump in here? So, for people
yes,
who
absolutely.
they want to have that sort of purification of their thoughts or fears or whatever it is, right? If they want to walk that path, and maybe they don't have access to a guru, right? What would you recommend that they do so that they can make sure that their intentions are pure and that they really are coming from their highest place?
Yes. So personally, I would say that reach out to mentors, because when a runner wants to run, they get a trainer. Or if a person wants to learn music and become the best at what they do, they go to a trainer again. And ballet, for example, you want to learn ballet, you go to a ballet school. So even on this journey, whether it is your business journey or your spiritual journey, it helps to have a mentor. And the mentor may or may not be your guru, but for sure can guide you and has already walked that path. So it really helps to collapse that time in terms of the growth, that the
Yes.
time that it would take. So yeah, that's what I would recommend. Look for a mentor.
Thank you. And you're so wise. So I just want to squeeze as much information in as I can. When people are choosing a mentor or someone to learn from, how can they know that they are finding someone because it's right for them, right? Or because it's just something they want? How can they differentiate and make sure they really are taking action that's from their heart?
Right. So there are different kinds of people and different kinds of mentors. So you would really feel comfortable with the one that you most resonate with. And there is nothing like the best or the worst. It's just about, are you compatible with your mentor? And I think that's the question we need to ask, just like we ask about life partners, right? There's no best guy or best girl or best, partner in general of any gender, but it's about whether you're compatible. So that's the same kind of click that you might look for in a mentor.
I see. Perfect. Thank you. And so, Ananta, please tell us about what you want to share with the world in general, and then also today, what you wanted to share with us.
Yeah. Wow. That suddenly became so deep. Um, there's infinite possibilities awaiting us, and I think it's like looking at eternity through a window in a wall that doesn't exist. And the idea is to recognize that, recognize that those walls and windows are the ones that we build in our heart and mind. And once we drop it, there's so much that we can do with our lives. And to what degree you choose to tap into that infinite potential is always up to you. And that is a reminder I'm here to share. And of course, to move deeper into that communion with the cosmic creator and tap into your God and goddess self. So, yeah, I think for now, that's what I would share.
That's beautiful. So just that. That's
Yeah.
just that. That's amazing. So today I know that you surprised us with something beautiful that you want to share. So go ahead and introduce that. I'll allow you to have the screen if you'd like, and I can't wait to see what you prepared.
Thank you. Thank you. So this is, let me go ahead and share that. Okay. Are you able to see this, Anna?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay. So I thought that since this is a soul-based life business summit, um, we could talk about divine abundance, not just abundance. And to start with that, thought of introducing that which you may already know of, and that's the divine feminine presence of goddess Lakshmi, Abundantia, and Fortuna, who bring in the same abundant energy. Now, instead of going into the details of what each goddess stands for, I thought that I would make it more personal. And while just a hint is that right here you see that goddess Lakshmi is on water, and water represents flow. The idea of divine abundance in essence is flow. The moment we try to stagnate it or hoard it, that's when the energy gets imbalanced. Mm-hmm. So I'm here to introduce to you a very own goddess Lakshmi. Lakshmi is a very sweet and dear friend of ours. And Lakshmi comes home. She is our house help, but she is absolutely a goddess incarnate. And these are her two beautiful children. And the reason I thought about speaking about her and the life she inspires is because it makes it more real. Mm. Lakshmi talks about heart, and she comes from heart. And no matter what she may own materially, she is always talking about how can I serve, what can I do, how can I make life better for the people around me. And her take on divine abundance and that perspective is what I thought I would share and show you a different way of associating abundance for ourselves, because most of us, even though we have our soul purpose recognized, sometimes we do have our past conditioning and associations to financial abundance or abundance in general blocking our progress. So today, I thought I would first show you this clip.
Oh, it's so cute.
That's my sister Sneha, and that's our little puppy from the street. And so this is a form of divine abundance, to be able to take care of those you truly deeply love. We've had animals we fostered. These are stray animals that we've also vaccinated and sterilized. And so this is a form of that currency converting into contribution. Here's a different form of divine abundance is having beautiful people in your life who come and offer service. So here's a friend who is with his own hands creating an altar for this meditation room that I'm sitting in. And just so you know, there's the corner photograph is of me working on a particular website. I was working with a broken laptop for the longest time for several years.
Wow.
So two things I want to share here is that don't let anything stop you. One of the first videos that I did was on the beach in Goa, and I didn't have a stand or a tripod or anything, so I just requested one of the the restaurant shacks. They had a carton that was lying around. So I requested them. I propped my phone against it with my slippers, took the video, and that was my very first video.
Wow.
And here we have a friend who is setting up the altar, and this is a beautiful altar he's created for us. So that's him working, and this is the altar. And
it's beautiful.
When you collaborate with the right people, magic can happen. So this is our very first book that we published in 2016. As you can see, it's in the comfort of our home. We have our design head, Mona, and I had our two mothers inaugurate the book. And the money for this particular book and the printing of it came from a workshop that I did for the students. And just to share that when we talk about divine abundance, again, we are usually thinking about us, or how can we make things happen, but we're also at the receiving end of that abundance. So if it wasn't for these beautiful workers and their talent and their skill and their abundance, I would not be able to receive this help in making these books. Again, divine abundance is these people who are open and aligned to receive what we share. So the books that were getting made here, again, there has to be someone at the receiving end of it. And that's why it's constant collaboration when we meet people, when we serve. It's not just about you. Divine abundance is in constant state of flow from one person to another in different forms. These are the students that we had done the workshop for, and it was because of their blessing that money came in, and the entire amount that came into my bank account one day, and the next day it went into the production of that book. So I didn't make a penny, so to speak, from that book in that moment, but divine abundance knows exactly what you need, and whatever you need is always taken care of. Divine abundance is being able to have fun with your loved ones, whether it's playing cricket in the middle of the day at a wedding, or taking trips with your loved ones and just having some time out. It is about being able to celebrate life. Divine abundance is also about travel, of course. We love traveling, and we travel simple. As you can see, those beds, they're not the fanciest. It's not a five-star accommodation, but that doesn't matter, because for us, divine abundance is really more about experiences that have, being able to see new places, meet new people, look at these gorgeous people, and learn from all of them. And divine abundance is also about being able to smell the roses, to have the time to do that, because so many of us get so busy and occupied and just constantly creating a business or multiplying those figures. And we ask ourselves, why are we doing this? We want to be able to celebrate life. So let's stop and smell the roses, pick fruits from the tree, take pictures of this beautiful lotus pond and have a cup of tea on the side of the road, highway.
Wow.
Divine abundance is also about the ability for me, for example, to buy material for my painting. Painting is one of the things I do. So for me, divine abundance is also to be able to purchase the equipment and the material that goes into it. It's about collaborating with the right people, writing books, being able to have the time, the space, and the skill to grow our own food to the degree that it's possible. And at the end, divine abundance is whether you share it with hundreds and thousands of people or whether you share it with just one person, that divine abundance is infinite in its quality. And it is not how much money you have in your account or what you own, but instead it is what you offer and experience in this lifetime. It is in the value, love, joy, and memories you leave behind that makes this world a better place. And so, on that note, I stop the share.
I love that. It's like the meaning of life all in one. It's not just how can you create abundance, but I feel like when you speak about these things, I can't help but feel peaceful and happy because I feel like this is what we all really want, at our cores is just that love and that joy and connection. And that's why I love this so much because I get to connect with you and experience what you teach and with everyone else. And it's just incredible. I love it so much. Thank you, Ananta.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you so much. And I'm sure that with a shift in perspective of what abundance means to each of us, we'll be better able to apply what our coaches and speakers have to share in the coming hours and days, because that will inspire us even more to, maybe apply that which they share with us. So
Absolutely.
thank you again for having me. This has been such a beautiful opportunity.
Of course. And I'm just curious if anyone has any questions. I'm just going to take a look just in case. Sure. It looks like everyone's just sending hearts and love. So I want to say to everyone that if you want to learn more about the work, the service that Ananta's doing for the world, you can absolutely check her out on her website, which is ananta.com, which I will put in
AnantaAum.com. Yeah.
AnantaAum.com. Yes, thank you. Perfect. I will put that in the comments. But before we go, any last words that you want to impart to everyone watching today?
Yes. This world really needs you to be the light that you're born to be. And there is more and more infinite, abundant energy awaiting your request. And there are beautiful mentors like Anna and the speakers to come who are around to help make this journey that much lighter and more fun. So enjoy the process of life and wishing you the very best now and always. Thank you.
Thank you. I miss you already, Ananta, and I can't wait to connect with you again soon. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Anna.
We'll talk soon. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye.